Yo, this is brother Murhuta with Amun Logistics LLC. Just thought I'd make this video again today. I'm in Norcross, Georgia, getting loaded here at a company called MB Handy. It's like right outside of Georgia. It's been about 2 hours, a little bit longer than 2 hours. I was supposed to be here at 8 and it's 10 now, so I'm starting to get paid for retention time via the FMCSA. Yeah, so I had last week I was gonna get 3,300 miles again, and I guess the shipper, something happened with this winter. I don't even think it had anything to do with the winter storm. They just didn't, nobody showed up for work for like 3 or 4 days, and the load got canceled, so I only got 1,500 miles last week, which is okay. It'll still cover all of my expenses, because like I said, I live off, okay, I thought I saw something. I live off the grid, so I don't have a mortgage, I don't have a light bill. We do have a gas generator, which is like $100 a week. So it doesn't kill me to do 1,500. And so, because after this, I'm picking up in Atlanta. I'm going to Farmers Branch, Texas. So, you know, it's not WFX's fault. The carrier didn't update anybody, you know, and so things happen. You know, things happen. If you're not really prepared for things to happen like that, like at least once in a while, you should be. Yeah, you really should be, because things do happen out here. There's a lot of transportation, a lot of commerce, a lot of bills of lading, a lot of communications now. There's CRM systems. It's like when I was in IT, they had supply chain software and you know, CRM software, database software like MySQL, SAP, you know, stuff like that. So the trucking industry is just adapting these technologies to get in. So I'm already familiar with all those technologies. I've been using them when I was an IT engineer, manager. I worked at Western Digital with the NetApp systems. I worked at Perspecta, a DoD contracted company out of San Diego, where they were Hewlett Packard Enterprise, and they spin off with Computer Science Corporation to create DXC Technologies, and DXC split off a department or two, and that became Perspecta. So that's who I ended up getting terminated with was Perspecta. So but yeah, in IT, it's all about being able to look at all this information on like one dashboard and being able to query it and all that stuff. So but anyway, I want to touch upon a lot of, well, not a lot. There's one guy, because I commented on Bears Mix and how the guy, I guess, says WFX owes him 10 grand. My first question is, why would you keep working for someone to where the accumulation of the debt equaled 10 grand? Because to me, if they late with 2 grand, I'm stopping. I'm like, well, once we get this figured out, I will come back and I'll continue to work. I don't let the debt accumulate to 10. The guy made a response to my last video, which I don't have a really problem with. People have hard times. You know, they may not know how to handle situations where you're not getting paid. You stop. If you ain't getting paid, you stop. Like, when money talks and bullshit walks. So if you ain't getting paid, you stop. I'm not letting it accumulate to 25,000. No, I got bills. Even though I live off the grid, I still got food and stuff I have to pay for. So if I can't get it with this job, I mean, I do other things to make money too, though. I'm also a minister of the Holy Tabernacle Ministries, where we make books, sell them on eBay. I don't do just one thing for money. You can't these days. You can't. You got to have multiple things you do to make the days of you gonna work for one company and that they gonna take care. Stop. I've never experienced that. Even in IT, I went from job to job to job, and my salary damn near doubled each time I started working. Like I worked at like I don't know the word retirement. I don't really care about retirement. Like my first job in Huntington Beach as a depot technician, an IT depot technician, like my A plus, and then I got my network plus. I was switching out motherboards, memory chips, and then I was hungry, y'all. So I soaked up everything that I could about the job. Plus, I have been fixing computers since I was like 10 in California, because my dad worked at Computer Science Corporation. So I had a big jump up before I even started in IT from my father. You know, God bless my father. He taught me all that. And so I got in the job. I was just really hungry to prove myself and absorb everything and move up into companies quickly. I mean, I was a beast. When I tell you I was a beast, I studied, brought old computer equipment home. But anyway, we won't go into that. So at Intratech in Huntington Beach, is a Persian company. I worked my way up to basically being like a project lead within 1 year. And then I got let go. In IT, you'll get let go for political stuff real fast. So I was stationed at the University of Laverne under this woman named Joanne Ashcroft. Now we had already had another guy there named Artist. And Artist is kind of like a clown. I called him a clown because that's what he did. He tap danced for people, and he was like in his 50s or something, and he was tap dancing for folks. And he used to tap dance with this old white woman named Joanne Ashcroft, who was basically, she looked like she was on her last leg. She looked like she was dying slowly. And so I used to hang out with him. I guess he wanted to hang out with somebody who was younger. So anyway, let me fast forward. Anyway, me and him ended up having problems. He ended up crying to Joanne. Joanne ended up crying to Intratech, and then I get terminated. Not because I wasn't doing a good job. I was doing an excellent job, right? This person didn't like me, so they went and told their boss. Their boss told Intratech, and Intratech ended up letting me go. You know what I mean? But my boss, Todd, knew what was happening. He gave me some good words of advice. He said, do the things. He's like, you're going to be a manager one day. He said, do the things that you're scared to do. And when he told me that, I knew exactly what he was talking about. So anyway, next job I got, it was cool because my resume looked pretty good with Intratech and all the certifications I got. So then I worked at Western Digital. I worked at Western Digital as a contractor for about a year, doing Linux servers and running the test systems for the NetApp qualification team. I worked there for about a year. Got let go of a misunderstanding. I'm like, well, as long as I'm coming to work and doing a good job, I can't really beat myself up about it. And I went from basically about $14 to $23 at Western Digital. Then I started working at another company called QSI, where I had, from the job before, I learned Linux and I learned Cisco networking. So then when I went to QSI in Irvine, which was right across the street from Western Digital off of Michelson in Irvine, my salary doubled because this is my first senior position. So in IT, you can move up quickly if you're hungry enough. I went 2 years before that, I went making $14 to making $40 an hour. But it was very stressful. I put a lot of pressure on myself to make it. That's where you saw these gray hairs from, going into meetings and arguing with people. People got political power trying to, I think it was between Mark and Nima, some guy named Nima Borman, some gay guy. And I'm it was a whole bunch. I'm not even going to discuss it here. I'm not even going to discuss that here. That's a long conversation. So after that was done, I worked for another data center in Irvine called Grupo SMS. Worked there for about 8 months. The owner had died and the son took over. The son was a total jackass and who was impossible to work for. So I ended up quitting that job. So anyway, as you can see, I worked for quite a few people in my 14-year IT career. So that's just the nature of the beast in IT. So I'm used to, being innovative with my finances, because I was on unemployment a couple times in between jobs, so not a problem there. But never felt comfortable being on unemployment too long, because I'm a hustler. I'm a boss and a hustler. I don't need the government to feed me and my children. I've seen Project Babies and shit like that, and we ain't never going that route. You know what I'm saying? We work for ourselves. We work. That's it. There is no retirement. You save up for your own retirement, and you invest wisely. You don't give your money to Wall Street to invest your retirement. That's stupid. And you see a lot of people went broke over the last 20 years from multiple crashes that were illustrated in the most devastating crash that we're in right now. So you better listen to Peter Schiff and Jim Rickards, right? They're gonna let you know. Hey, hold on. All right, we all good, boss?
Oh yeah.
All right, brother. Okay. All right, so we all done here. Let me sign these bills. So that's what I like about this job. You just chill. You do what you want to do, as long as you deliver, and no one's gonna bother you, man. No one is going to bother you. That's what I like. So, but I did want to talk about. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to. Well, I can take this later. But anyway, I gotta go, y'all. I will address what I wanted to address as a continuation to this video, but I gotta find a video editing software where I can merge two together. So just hold on, I'll be back.